Hello. Welcome to the FTX Academy. Today we're going to get started with FTX Commerce. We know setting up your first store can be a challenge for any retailer. The initial challenges often include figuring out where to begin and how to configure various modules to establish a robust online presence. Our goal is to make the process of setting up your online store very smooth and easy. There are three main modules that are used. One is the control center, where you will set up the store locations, taxes, and product information. Next is your admin site, which is where you would configure the look, layout, and function of the website. And lastly is the fulfillment app, where you would fulfill your orders to deliver and hand off to the customers. On the control center side, this is where we would set up the prerequisites of your store location, taxes, and product information. If you already have FTx POS, this should already be set up. Your store locations will be listed here with each of your stores. Under your taxes, you would set up each of your tax rates per store. And then under the price book, under products, will be a list of all your items. Selecting any item will allow you to set up FTX Commerce information. From here, you'll see a new tab, FTX Commerce. Under this tab is where we would enable the product to be sellable online. It's also where we can give the product an online title, which can be different than the name of the product used for POS. You can also set up pickup, delivery, or standard shipping for your fulfillment options. Below that is the weight and dimensions of the product. This is needed for delivery and shipping fees. And lastly is the meta and SEO information, which would help your search engine finding your products online. Next would be your variants, which are slight differences between products. Picture a t-shirt with different sizes or different colors, such as small, medium, and large, or red, blue, and green. Next would be substitutions. Substitutions would be if your item is out of stock, the customer can pre-select an item to be substituted with instead of having the fulfillment personnel call the customer to verify. Next, we have the companion items. These are the frequently bought together items, such as pot and pans, where you may also get an oven mitt as a companion item. Next would be images. This would be any number of photos of the product. Could be front, back, side, top, and bottom, any way you want to display the product. And lastly is videos. Videos very similar to images. They'll show up in the same list, but it'll be a small video clip of your product. The next module is the admin site. This is where we would configure the look, feel, and function of the website. There's many setting options that you can choose from. Under the Settings tab, we would have General, Locations and Fulfillment, Store Appearance, Website Settings, Announcements, FTX Core, where we would set up your users, and lastly back to Setup Wizard to run through the initial functions. The general settings is where your global settings will lie, such as your fulfillment options for store pickup, delivery, and standard shipping, your age verification, and payment gateways. We'll take a look at each of these later on in the course. Next would be your store locations and fulfillment options, which would be specific to each store. Your store appearance, which is the layout and look of your website. And your website settings, which is the status and function of the physical site itself. All of these settings will be covered during the course later on. Lastly is the fulfillment module. From here, you have the option to download the app to be utilized on a handheld or Android device. All functions between the website and the app are identical. From here is where we would see any orders that are pending, in progress, ready, or have been fulfilled. From the pending orders list is where we would start fulfilling the orders for store pickup, delivery, or shipping. Once the order is marked as ready, the last step would be to deliver the order, ship the order, or fulfill the order once it's picked up by the consumer. Now with the introduction out of the way, let's bring your e-commerce store online.